Okay, guys, prepare your homework.
Allah.
We are on page 485. Let's start with question 1. Homework, page 485, and today is 6 February. We start with the question 1. Question 1 said a cooler is in the shape of a rectangular prism. What is the volume of the cooler? Now here, round to the nearest tenth if necessary. We have special formula for the rectangular prism, right? We said volume equal length by width by height. This formula only for rectangular prism. So here, volume equal length multiply width multiply height. This is equal 22 multiplied by 10 and half, 12 multiplied by 10 and half. This is equal to 2,772 cubic inches. This is question 1. Question 2. Same idea, we have a cereal box in the shape of a rectangular prism. What is the volume? Express your answer as a decimal rounded to the nearest tenth if necessary. Also, we have rectangular prism, volume equal length by width by height. This is equal to 8 multiply 1 and 3 over 4 multiplied by 12 and 1 over 8. And this is equal, after you turn your answer with decimal, 169.8 cubic inches. By the way, if you use the calculator in these numbers, the answer will be fraction or mixed number. Now, to turn between fraction and decimals or decimals to fractions, you just click in your calculator on a button called SD, something like this, okay? So if you have an answer like, for example, 7 over 10, and you want it in decimal, click in your calculator on this button, it turns to 0.7. And if you have, for example, 0.5 as a decimal, you want it as a fraction, click also on this button, it will be 1 over 2. So this button turns it from fraction to decimal and decimal to fractions, okay? SD, yeah, capital S, capital D. It exists in most of the calculator, I think. This is question 1, 2. I'm talking about scientific calculators, Mr. He's talking with me, not with you. Right? Thank you. Yeah, question 3. I'm talking about scientific calculator, not these calculators in mobiles for supermarkets, not for you. Okay. Now, we did 1, 2. Let's go to question 3 now. In question 3, what we have, what we call this figure here? Triangular prism. We have 2 triangles, the one in front of us and the one on the behind, on the back, right? So we have 2 bases. And don't forget that the height in the prisms, any prism has 2 bases, right? How we know the height? The height is the distance between these 2 bases, right? So if you take a look to this figure in question 3, what's the height should be of the prism? 3, right? The 3, it is the distance between the 2 triangles, right? You understand it? So here the volume, because it is triangular prism, we start with the main formula, big BH, H. Remember? B is the area of the base, right? This is equal half BH. This is the area of the triangle. Why? Because the base is a triangle. Multiply the height of what? Of the prism. Now apply, you have the dimensions equal half, multiply the base of the triangle 7.2, multiply the height of the triangle 9 all multiply the height of the prism, which is 3. Multiply these numbers, the answer will be 97.2 cubic meters. Is this clear? Do it by steps, guys, please. This is question 3. Let's go to question 4. Question 4, we have similar idea of the question 3, right? We have a triangular prism, and the height of the prism here is how much? 5.1. It is the distance between the two bases, which is the triangle in front of us and the triangle in the back. Okay? So don't mess with the height. So here also, question 4, we have the same idea of question 3. D equal big BH equal half multiply B multiply H. This is for the triangle, and multiply the height of the prism. Now apply. This is equal half multiply the base of the triangle is 2.6. Right, Hisham? Multiply the height of the triangle 4.1, and the height of the prism is 5.1. Multiply, simplify. This answer will be 27, sorry, 0.2 cubic meters. Okay? Do you understand it? Good boys. Now let's move to question 5. If you miss any questions, guys, I will back for you to write. Now in question 5, what we have, what we call this figure in front of us. First, it's pyramid or prism? It's pyramid. What's the name of this pyramid? Its base is a triangle, so it is triangular pyramid. Means its base is what? Triangle. Got it? Yeah. So we have triangles here. So here the volume, because it's pyramid, the main formula of it is 1 over big B H, right? 1 over 3 big B H. 1 over 3, we added it if we have pyramid. Now, now this is equal 1 over 3 multiply. The B is for the triangle, the area of the base, right? Which is what here? Half BH. هذا لمين؟ اللي وين؟ اللي بالبase. So I will call it base here, okay? I will call it base. Multiply the height of the pyramid, right? This is equal to 1 over 3 multiply half multiply the base of the triangle. Let's check. Now look at the base down. You have something like this, and you have here right angle, right? Now this, the base of the triangle in the base, something like this we have, right? So, and this is what? The height of the triangle. Why? Because we have here right angle. And you can say that this is the base and this is the height. It's the same. Means if you have something like this, right, you can say this is the base, this is the height, or this is the base and this is the height, because you multiply between them. 2 times 3, 3 times 2, so no difference. Okay, so let's apply now. This is equal half multiply the base of the triangle. Let's take it as 1.8. 1.8 multiply the height of the triangle is 1.4. I'm still in the base now. All multiply by the height of the pyramid. It is clear that 2.4. Multiply all these numbers up, then divide it by 3. This is equal 1 exactly cubic meters. Rounded 1.008. It's mostly rounded to 1. Okay? Yes. Triangle. ما فيش rectangles هون. Half BH, because the base is a triangle. طب look at the next one. What's the base? It's flipped upside down, right? The head of it is down, the pyramid. What's its base? طلع dimensions. If the dimensions are equal, square. If the dimension is the same number, rectangle. So we have here what? Rectangle. Now look at the board. In question 6, we have V equal 1 over 3 BH, right? Equal 1 over 3. Now the base. The base is rectangle, not a triangle. What's the area of the rectangle? Length by width. شوف هون. شوف هون. Multiply the height. This is for the base and this is for the pyramid itself. Just apply. You understand it now? This is equal 1 over 3 multiply length of the rectangle in the base. How much? 3 or 4 and 2 over 3, whatever. Length width with length ما بيفرق. يلا, what's the length? 3 multiply the width. Multiply the height of the pyramid. 3 and 1 over 3. Multiply fractions, mixed numbers, whatever. The answer will be 15.6 yard. 15.6 cubic yard. Do you understand? So the base rectangle is the area of the rectangle. The base triangle is the area of the triangle. Pyramid 1 over 3. Not pyramid, no 1 over 3. Simple as that. Okay? Do you understand it? Good boys. This is question 6. Let's move to question 7. Okay? Done? Yeah. Question 7. Now let's read the question 7 together. A triangular prism. That's كلمة prism. Question 7. Start with this volume. Big BH. خلاص? Prism. Continue now. A triangular prism has a height of 5.9 meters. The height is given, okay? And volume of 86.376 cubic meters. The volume is given. What they want from us to find? The base area, right? So here, the height is given. The volume is given. They want the base. Done? Now replace. What's the volume? How much the volume? 86.376 equal. The base wanted. Multiply the height given. 5.9. You understand? Why I use BH, not 1 over 3 BH? Because they said it's a prism in the question. Be careful about that. Now, B multiply 5.9, 86.376 equal B times 5.9, 5.9 B, right? الشيك نعمل multiply number with a variable. 3 multiply x, 3x. X multiply 9, 9x, right? Now divide both sides by what? By 5.9. It's a multiplication equation, remember? Done. So multiply these two numbers, you will have the value of B, which is 14.64. 14.64. What's the unit? Square meters. It is area. Which will be base area. Do you understand? Do you understand, Yamar? Good boy. This is a question 7. Let's move to question 8. Check your answers, guys. If you miss any question, write it with steps, please. You will have similar questions in your final test. In question 8, let's read the question together. A rectangular what? Rectangular pyramid. على طول V equal 1 over 3 big BH. Once you wrote the formula, go and take the details from the question. What I mean by the details, what's the given and what's the wanted? What's the given information and what the question wants from you to find. A rectangular pyramid has a height of 9.5 centimeters. The height is given, okay? And the volume of 494 cubic centimeters. What is the area of the base? Similar idea here. The height is given, the volume is given, and they want the base area. It is pyramid. That's why I put 1/3. Now the volume is given. How much? Replace now. The volume is given. How much? 400 equal 1/3 comes down. Multiply. Do we have base area? They want it. So B multiply the height given 9.5. You understand? Now how I simplify it? So 494 equal. Here I want number multiplied by what? By B. So I'll multiply this 1/3. This 1/3 by what? Multiply. Use calculator. 1/3 multiply 9.5. It will be, I will multiply it. 9.5 divided by 3. 9.5 divided by 3. It is 3.166, 3.17. Okay, rounded 3.17. What's the 3.17? Having the product of 1/3 multiply 9.5, and the B comes down. It's our variable which we need to find its value, right? So 494 equal 3.17 times B, 3.17 B. Now divide by 3.17 in both sides to find your answer. So B will be 494 156 centimeters. 156 centimeter squared because it's base area. If you have 156 point something, you can round it. You can round it. Depending on how much, on how you round this 9.5 divided by 3. Yani if you round something here you'll have a question answer. If your friend round different way here, he will has different answer. Perfect. I will check 494 divided by 3.17. It is 155.8 in my calculator. 155.8 rounded to 156. And if you wrote it 100.55.8, it's correct also. Done. Do you understand question A? فاهم ريان? Let's go to question 9. Now question 9, it has similar idea of question 7 and 8. Similar idea. But here we need to go inside the details of the formula. See the formula which we use, the main formulas here, right? Got it? In these two questions, we use the main formulas to find what we want. Height given, base not given, volume given. But what we have in question 9, what's this figure in front of you? Pyramid or prism? Pyramid. So we'll start with this one here with 1/3. So in question 9, we have pyramid, means V equal 1/3 big V H. Got it? Top. Is the base area given or the height given? No. Look at the height of the pyramid. They put question mark, means they want the height. They want this. Top. How about the base area? Is it given in the question?
No, but the dimensions.
Is the base area given? No, the dimensions are given. So we cannot use the main formula here. We need to go in the details, right? So what's the figure here? We have a triangular pyramid, means V equal 1/3 multiply the area of the triangle, which is half BH, multiply the height of the pyramid, which is wanted, right? You understand? Why I went in the details here? Because they gave us the dimensions. They didn't give us the base in general, the base area, I mean. Now let's apply. The volume is given. How much in the question? 202.5. So here under V, I will write 202. 2.5 equal 1 over 3 comes down, multiply 1 over 2 comes down. El half BH, this is for the triangle in the base, right? What's the base? 9, the height, also 9. So here 9 times 9, all multiply by the height of the pyramid, which is wanted. صح? Now, what you need to say, how you simplify, you need to multiply all these numbers, then multiply by the height. صح? Let's multiply all these numbers. 202.5 equal. I'll multiply 81, then I'll divide it by 6. Okay? 81 divided by 6. This will be 13.5. Multiply the height, it will be 13.5. صح? This h for what? For the pyramid, not for the triangle. The height of the triangle given, the base, I mean. Now divide both sides by what? 13.5 here and here. Gone. So the height of the pyramid equal, let's divide 202.5 divided by 13.5. It will be 15 exactly. What's the unit? Inches. Is it area power 2? No, it is volume power 3. It is only distance. One dimension. Do you understand question 9? Stop. Question 10. Yes, ya Omar, ask me. Ask me. Okay. This is question 7. The base was 14.64. Stop. Question 10. Let's read together. A triangular box. Triangular box means the base is a triangle. Is the box prism or pyramid? Prism. You have two triangles, one down and one up. So we have two bases, means we are talking about prism. What is the height of the prism? H. They want it. The base and the height of the triangle, it's given. Let's read. A triangular box of a sticky notes is shown. The volume of the box of a sticky notes is 54.6. The volume is given, right? What is the height of the box of sticky notes? Here I will use the general formula. I will go to the details. I'm asking you. I need to go to the details because the base area is not given. They gave us the dimensions. صح? So here V equal, it is big B H no 1 over 3 because it's a prism, right? So V is given. Now I need to prepare the formula. V equal, the base is what? Half BH, because we have a triangle in the base. Multiply the height of what? Of the prism itself. Now let's apply. The volume is given how much? 54.6. 54.6 equal half multiply the base of the triangle in the base 5.2 and the height is 5.2 multiply 3.5 all multiply the height of what? Of the pyramid, right? No, the prism. صح? Now apply or simplify this 54.6 equal. You need to simplify all these numbers here. See these numbers? You need to simplify them. Half multiply 5.2 multiply 3.5. So I'll multiply 5.2 with the 3.5, then I'll divide by 2. Multiply 5.2 multiply 3.5. It will be 9.1. صح? These numbers, the three numbers here, it will be 9.1. Multiply in the height of the prism. صح? Now divide both sides by what? 9.1 here, 9.1 here is given or no crossed. The height of the prism, it will be 54, 6 what? Inches. You understand it? Are you sure? فاهم يا عامر؟ Huh? Question? Yeah, it's exactly the same steps of the question 9, but here what we have? Why? Because it is pyramid. Here, there, no. So the first thing you need to take care of, is it pyramid or prism? هذا أول شيء لازم تهتم فيه. Then you can go to your formulas and the details of the formulas. Yeah, I know. Finish writing first. Finish writing. Huh? Finish? Yeah, let's move to question 11 on the next page. Now, in question 11, before we read the question, take a look to this board. Take a look to the board, please. Now, in the question, they said a girl named Sasha, I think. Yeah, Sasha has a blue box. Has a blue box, okay? Guys, please focus. Sasha has this blue box. She wants to mail it, to send it by email, via email, okay? She wants to mail this box. So she put this box inside bigger box. Got it? So we have a box inside bigger box. The big box, I will make it like this. So we have a box inside the box, right? The question wants us to know what is how much the space around the two boxes, between the two boxes. You understand? You understand the question? Let's read it together. The question said, Sasha is mailing a photo box that has the dimensions shown. اللي هو البلو اللي جنبها. نعطينا الدايمنشنز لإله. In a rectangular box. She wants to mail this photo box, a blue one, in a rectangular box. She wants to put this box in another rectangular box. Got it? The blue one has the dimensions given. The bigger one given in the question context, right? They said in a rectangular box that is 12.5 inches long, 4.2 inches wide, and 12.5 inches tall. Tall here, they meant the height of it, okay? If one bag of backing material holds 75 cubic inches of material, how many bags does Sasha need to buy to fill the space around the photo box? To assure Sasha to assure that this blue box won't be moved, فما يتحرك البوكس جوا، بدها ايش تعمل؟ She want to put materials in this space. Got it? She want to fill all this space around the blue box with material, that this material won't allow the blue box to move. Do you understand? Good boys. Now, let's first find the volume of the space, or how much the space around, right? How we find the space around this blue box? Yes, say Yusuf. Black box, then? What I write? The bigger box minus the smaller, or the smaller minus the bigger? Yeah. So to find the volume around the blue box, what I will say? I will say the volume or the space equal the volume of the black box or the bigger box minus the volume of the blue box. صح? So in this way, we have the area or the volume around the box, right? Remember when we have in the composite area, composite figures, remember? When we have, for example, rectangle inside its area, and I want the area around, what we did? We said the area of the rectangle minus the area of the circle to find the area around. Here's same idea, but with volume concept. Okay, let's find it. You understand the question now? Yeah, let's find it. Now we'll do question what? 11? Yeah, question 11. In question 11, I will say the volume means the space around the blue box. Okay? Equal the volume of the bigger minus the volume of what? And I mean by the smaller, the blue box that Sasha wants to send. صح? Yeah. The volume of the bigger, it is both rectangular prisms. معناته length, width, height. مش هيك؟ This is equal length multiply width multiply height for what? For the bigger minus length multiply width multiply height for what? For the smaller box. This is equal length of the bigger and width of the bigger and the height of the bigger from the question. Well, that is 12.5 inches long. Do you see it? Do you see it? 12.5 multiply the width. احكي 4.2 multiply the height. 70, 75, 75 like this. انا الرقم غريب. ماشي 75. This is another thing. يا ابني the length of the box, the bigger box 12.5, the width 4.2, the tall another 12.5, right? From where you get 75? مش عارف. Minus. Now, from where we get the dimensions of the blue box? From the figure. It's written there. It is 7 by 2.8 by 9.5. Hi, 7 multiply 2.8 multiply 9.5. What I'm doing here I'm finding the space between the two boxes. We have a space. Got it? Yeah, this is equal. Multiply, subtract all of these numbers. Let's find them. Right. I'll use my calculator. 12.5 multiply 4.2 multiply 12.5 minus 7 multiply 2.8 multiply 9.5. The answer will be 470.0 5 ايش cubic. لانه I'm talking about space or volume here, right? Fine. Now let's go back. Let's go back to the figure which we graphed before. Now here means the red one, see the red one has a volume how much? صح? Now this space, this girl wants to fill it with material. Got it? Now let's continue reading the question. If one bag of backing material holds 75 cubic inches of material, how many bags does Sasha need to buy to fill the space around the photo box? Means each 75, look here, each 75, she needs what? One bag. Do you understand me? Each one bag filled 75. صح? طب, how many bags I need? I will divide the volume by 75 to know how many bags, right? You understand, Imad? Yeah. Let's check. Now, so the number of the bags, ركز أنا شو بدي أكتب. The number of the bags needed equal. We divide the whole volume of the space to know how many 75s in that volume. Got it? Which is 470.05 divided by 75. This is equal 470.05 divided by 75. It will be 6.27. 6.27. So how many bags she needs? Assume that she cannot buy by parts. She needs to buy whole bags. How many bags? If you say 6, means you have still empty space, right? So to assure that you fill all the spaces, it's okay if you have extra from the material. So how many bags she need to buy? 7 bags, صح? So here she needs لا 7 بيعدي وبيضل شوي كيف يعني؟ This is 6.27, right? I will buy 7. ما يكبهم بزباله اللي بيضلوا ضلوا شوي يكبهم بزباله عادي صح؟ she need to buy how many bags? 7 bags to make sure that she will fill the space. But if she bought 7, if she buys 7, if she buys 6 bags, it will not fill. Still some space, right? Do you understand it? Good boys, that's. No need. No need. The question didn't ask you to round. Does the question ask you to round? No. No need. You understand, guys? Let's go to question, the last one, which is question 12. Let's read it together. In question 12, the cargo bed of a commercial truck is shaped like a rectangular prism. هي قدامك الأخضر. Do you see it? The green one. طيب. The dimensions are shown. Billy has 80 cubic meters of mulch to take to his house. How many trips will he have to make until all the mulch is at his house? So in his house, how much he has? 80 cubic, right? Now, how many from these boxes he need to take to his house to fill it? So I will divide this 80 on the volume of this one, right? He has something to fill. Do you understand me? He has something to fill. The volume of this something, how much? 80 cubic meter, right? Now he will take from these boxes to fill it. How many boxes he will take? So I need to divide. Do you understand me? I need to divide. معلش, give me a minute. I need to divide the 80 by the volume of this box, right? Yeah. So here, the volume or the number of trips equal the 80 divided by the volume of the box. You understand me? This is equal 80 divided by the volume is length by width by height. 80 divided by the volume of length width height 3.5 احكي multiply 2 multiply